Sa watch party kasi it's your friends. So, ganito. You type it.
Live na
yeah.
ba? views and opinions expressed on any program are those of the persons appearing on the program and do not necessarily reflect the views and opinions of Sunflower Media Mint. Some programs might include strong images or language that might be suitable for all audiences. Viewer discretion is advised.
What can you do with 30 minutes? For us, we define things. Straightforward. New perspectives. No gray area. It is black and white. You're listening to the New You Podcast.
Welcome to the show. Good evening, everyone. 14th of May, 2020, episode 4 for the New You Podcast. It's me, H, together with Reg, and on the show for tonight, the Thompsons, the future Thompsons, Patty and Mark. Welcome to the show, guys. Right, I mean, just there you go. Okay. Kasama. Well, that's the concept of the show actually. The new you. When we talk about new, usually we talk about or we think about colors and all. So that's very uncertain. And with the new you, for us, it's black and white, very straightforward, no gray area. Like what the show is all about. So for the new you podcast, it's all about talking about society and culture as it changed. And like what we always say, whatever you hear in the show is either gusto mo siya, take it. If not, then just eat it. That's the main purpose of the show. And for tonight, well, it's to be straightforward. It's Patty and Mark. Well, night DJs actually, very talented DJs in this generation. That's what we're going to talk about. Kamusta industriya nyo? Kumusta muna kayo? Kumusta kayo?
We're good. We're holding on. You know, Patty's been doing a lot of live sets, and yeah, everyone. Kasi in the old days when you would start off as a bedroom DJ, and then work your way to the bar, possibly the club, and then if you're lucky, a festival would be like the peak. And now everyone's back to being a bedroom DJ. So everyone's back to the start. Parang
Guys.
back to basics, back to the
Mark,
roots.
sorry. Did you hear yourself in the stream? Yeah, there is. Okay, I received a comment that they can't hear you, but yeah, we're online. Yeah.
It's okay.
Can they hear me? No?
Yes.
Nothing?
I can hear you.
Now they can. Yeah. They
Okay.
can hear you.
Sorry.
Okay.
Go on,
Gotcha.
man.
I got lost.
Sorry, man. Sorry.
Yeah.
How are you doing now?
How are you, Poops? What's going on?
Kasi I spoke to them last month, di ko alam kung ano sabihin ko sa nila.
Ganun pa rin yun. It's the same.
Yeah, it's the same. But luckily, we've been getting work from home also. We get to do live sets from the comfort of our own home. We still get to share what we love doing to other people. So yeah, we're hopeful, and yeah, life goes on talaga.
Yeah.
Seeing one of your live sets nga, Patty, di ba? Parang I mentioned it earlier.
Yeah.
Ang ganda ng lighting nyo. You really got the atmosphere right and the visuals as well sa live set.
Christmas light.
Well, I think those are going to be the factor. I mean, moving forward with the show, on how you guys are really coping up with the changes that your industry is having.
Yeah.
Well, last time that Patty, I think, ano ba yung last time ko po sa? Well, that was with the other show. But this is a new one. So with this show, we can talk freely. We can talk just about the topic for tonight, which is the new DJ.
So basically for us, since no bars, no clubs, no events, no live events, no clients, syempre, no clients would hold any events right now since we're under ECQ,
True.
of course. And even if GCQ is lifted, I don't think live events would continue until we have a cure.
Sure.
So, I think challenge din yung clients and event organizers to still be able to hold events online, which is actually good for us DJs and other artists. You know, they still get to provide jobs for us.
Sure, that's right.
They still get to provide income for us and for our other family members. So it's okay naman
Yeah.
for now.
Yeah. If I can add to it,
Sure.
it's kind of cool in a sense now. Well, of course it's not cool what's happening to us now, but you're kind of more interactive with the people tuning in. Like they're actually tuning into your set when you go live.
Mm-mm.
So sometimes they would message, and usually in a public venue you can't talk
Correct.
to them or reply. But now's the most interactive time. That's the other thing is there's no more boundaries. Well, except for Facebook cutting off your music, which is ridiculous sometimes. Yeah, it's a chance for you to be more original also now, music wise.
Yes.
Because you're not really trying to please anymore. You're just trying to show who you are.
Yeah, and when it comes to technical skills, syempre, we're more challenged. Mas masipag kami ngayon mag-practice kasi hindi mo na madadaan sa hype ngayon yung set mo. There's no
Yes.
crowd in front of you. When you make a mistake, it's clearly there. It's seen, it's heard.
They hear it.
Yeah, it's
Yes.
very transparent kasi you can see everything online, like the movement, the sound. So, kitang-kita yung mali mo. Kasi before, pag nagkamali ka sa set, you just assume that everybody's drunk and they wouldn't notice it. So here, they would definitely notice on your live sets.
I gotta say another cool thing is some of our friends too. They do literal e-Newman sessions like while we're playing.
Yeah.
Like they would all like would while we're doing the live, they would go on Zoom and they would grab a drink and then they're literally watching us and then we're still part of the group chat on the other phone and then we're drinking with them. So I think that's kind of like a cool way to connect right now. Yeah. Well,
That's been a thing actually. I've noticed also since lockdown started, no, nag-inuman sessions.
literal e-Newman. Yeah.
Yeah.
Letter E.
Yeah.
With the letter E.
Newman.
We talked about that when we last talked last month. The Inuman session. And actually, I think isa yun, no? I mean, the interaction, last night we had Chacha on the show and we're talking about broadcasting. And basically, it's you DJs. I mean, in your profession, you're artists and all. But right now, having to do this in this platform, it's not just about you being DJs. You're actually broadcasters as well right now. Same as to what we are
Yeah.
doing right now. Before, like what you mentioned, you've been playing the sets with the crowd and all, but you can some of them could actually get away with some of the tricks. But right now, you are even playing with sober people.
Yeah.
Not everyone watching or listening to you is actually drunk or tipsy and all, but
But it's also cool because you have people who would never ever step foot in a nightclub,
yes.
and
Yeah.
they get to kind of experience,
it.
yeah, and some of them it's like their first time hearing a specific genre or a type of music because they're so used to Spotify. So when they hear like this whole underground scene, they're like, "Whoa, what's this? What's going on?" And then they get super into it also. Yeah.
Yeah, and I see it as a positive thing also, holding live sets online because the reach it's very broad.
Yeah.
Like you can have people that listen to you from Davao. They don't have to fly into Manila to
Yes,
watch you
yes,
anymore.
yes.
So, those little positive things goes a long way for us also when we play.
If they missed it, also they can rewatch it.
Exactly.
You know,
Yeah,
yeah,
definitely.
yeah, it's just not live, but like they can rewatch it. And I think moving forward, like we're all gonna be more like we're gonna merge with this digital age. So let's say it's 2022 and we're really back to normal. Like we can start having big events. Like I think that's definitely something we should start bringing into like as we evolve into our industry is live sets at the night for people who can't show up or for
Yeah.
and I heard Facebook's gonna start doing this thing where they pay artists for streaming. Like that's in the talks right now. So
Yeah.
you can get that's gonna be huge in the long term. Yeah.
in the long run.
No, it will be huge because most of the people here in the Philippines, the number one social media app they use is just really Facebook talaga. Like majority of people have an account.
Well, for
We still haven't done the TikTok thing. We still
Are you
haven't
You guys
very-
have done
are you
We're
really
hanging
planning
on.
into
joke lang.
we're
somewhere?
hanging on.
No, but actually, the thing that you're saying that Facebook is actually thinking about that monetization of the artists. I've seen some with I think Twitch.
Yeah,
Twitch,
Twitch,
yeah.
yeah.
Wherein there are also DJs playing there. There's a category for DJs, and then you get well, there are streamers, and then those watching can actually donate.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's more
And
of a,
I heard Twitch they're very lenient when it comes to their copyright.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
with music. So actually, I think Twitch is really more DJ friendly.
Yeah, the thing about Facebook that everybody likes is that when you go live, everybody gets notified.
Yeah.
Tapos, they don't have to click another link to go to your live. Parang it's there.
It's there.
So, they automatically get to watch it. The only problem is in an hour, they're gonna cut you. Or if you play mainstream commercial songs, they cut you agad.
And majority of the people who actually want to click, some of them don't have Wi-Fi at home in a sense na parang kumbaga nagpo-promo pa sila.
Yeah.
And then so
Yeah.
when they click on a Twitch link, it takes so long to load that they're like, I don't want to bother. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So that's
Yes,
the
yes.
one downside of it. Pero I think Twitch is also the way to go.
Yeah, and they can donate. They can tip their DJs if they, diba? If they like
Yes,
how
yes.
they perform. Just the same way as how streamers or gamers do it, diba? They get
Tama,
tipped.
tama. Oo.
Because Twitch got known for the gaming platform din talaga eh, no? A
Yeah.
lot of gamers were there, yeah.
Yeah, and for gaming, they used to use OBS to have the screen at the bottom. Yeah, and now all the DJs are using OBS for that front screen and then the side cameras. So we got into OBS too.
Did
Yeah.
did Patty and I were discussing about OBS when we did the show last month. Are you
Yeah.
guys still using OBS till now?
I'm sorry.
Are you still using OBS right now?
Yeah. Yung story ko sa OBS.
Oh.
I spent the entire day trying to figure it out. Tapos, alam mo yung mainit na yung PMS na ako, mainit na yung ulo ko. And nobody wants to help
Yeah,
me.
she has super techie friends who were busy that day.
So, parang nainis ako kasi they don't want to help me. So, I was like, I'm gonna fucking learn how to do this thing. And when they see me live, my live set's gonna be red.
Yeah, and then like by the time I saw her, she had eye bags already because she's been like figuring out OBS for 8 hours, and she's like, love, check this out. I found out how to put a background on and put my logo on, and then put all my social media stats on it. I was like, wow, you really spent some time on this.
Tapos, sobrang laki na nung eye bags ko after. Parang di niya na ako makausap.
Pagod yun eh. You're figuring
Sobra.
something out hindi mo alam. Sobrang nakaka-stress yan eh.
The awesome part is I heard a lot of clicks that day. It's just like, I can't get the camera. Okay, everything's here pero walang sound na lumalabas.
You know the demand is first.
It was an awesome day.
And like another platform would be, I mean, for people who can't or don't want to figure out OBS or Streamlabs, and they only have their mobile phones to stream.
Mm.
There's a wire that you can use, so the audio from your mixer can go directly to the Instagram Live. The only problem with Instagram Live is portrait mode siya. So patayo. Yung parang, when I did the live for the first time using mobile, parang, bakit parang katawan ko lang yung kita? Hindi nakikita yung hands ko, yung neck ko.
Yeah.
So parang, medyo weird naman to, tapos putol pa yung ulo ko.
Yeah, the first time, I'll get a little bit techie. So you can go from an RCA, and then I forgot the name of the cord, but it basically looks like an aux, but an aux has two lines. So in
Yeah.
order for the sound to go into your phone, it needs three, because the third line is the mic. So yeah, if you guys can find that, it's like for the DJs listening right now, it's like 150 pesos. It's a huge investment, so it's
Yeah.
worth it. It's super worth
Meron naman
it.
Yeah, I
yata
mean,
sa Lazada, di ba? Meron sa Lazada.
Yeah.
if this is gonna go on for a while and how we're gonna earn is going to be through doing DJ streams or live sets online, then yun, that's small investment.
Yeah, but worth it. Kasi the listener gets decent quality music. Hindi siya parang yung galing sa
Sabog.
speakers, tas
Yes.
sabog siya.
Galing sa,
Yeah.
parang pag nag-record ka ng video from your phone, ganun yung quality eh. So, syempre, it's not 100%. And when you wanna
Pero-
play for other people,
Yeah.
you want the quality to be great.
Yeah.
Merong background, ano may background noise to it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So there it's clean. And you can even like plug your headphones into the mic jack and use your headphones as a mic if a mic is something you're not accessible, like you can't reach right now. So yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
basically, with our current situation right now, with this lockdown, very unknown kung kailan matatapos, all we have is this platform wherein it's online. And with this, I mean, thanks to you guys. And this is the new podcast is actually something like that. Kumbaga, we want to share things. I mean, this podcast, we encourage those listening right now. If you want to do something like this, if you want to just basically air your thoughts and all, have a good concept, just do it. I mean, at this point, nobody's stopping you. Before, we have to rely with the promoters, we have to rely with
Yeah.
influential people in terms of doing what you want to do. But right now, what you need is basically the internet and some good software and a bit of hardware that's available everywhere. Just about
And fast
everywhere.
internet.
Yeah.
A fast
Internet is,
And not to mention-
really needs to be decent. Yeah.
And not to mention, actually, dapat hindi nagba-brownout, Patty.
Actually,
Grabe! Yung power outage dito. What's up, Meralco?
grabe.
Shout out to
We pa-live
Meralco.
na kami. We were about to go live and then power outage. And it's a
Yeah.
paid live stream thing, so
Yeah.
we had to pack up and
So-
go.
Yeah, so we were so fast on transferring to my sister's house to still continue that stream. But yeah.
Sobrang
I hope it
dami-
doesn't happen again kasi
Oh.
kawawa din yung iba nag-work from home, di ba? Even in other industries, like you're not even giving us an option to work from home because they're cutting out our power.
Well, that's true.
Yeah. It's so hot too. It's so hot. Like when that power goes out, an air conditioned room is a sauna in like 20 minutes.
Well, with the streaming, I mean, I think we spoke with the director last on the pilot episode, and it's about their craft. Kent and RC De Las Reyes, the film directors. So one of the things that we discussed also are madali namang gumawa ng content. It's for them to generate their own content, even though challenged by production, still they can do. The only limit is yourself, yun naman yun. But the challenge there na isang nire-raise nila is where do they air it? Kumbaga, where do they get the return in terms of the investments to it?
So like
Senyo.
in
Yeah.
our scene, one of the things the venues have been doing to stay relevant is they've been booking DJs to stream via their page.
Yeah.
And
Oh.
like yeah, it's very beneficial for those who don't have like a following as strong as the pages, so it can be very beneficial there.
Mhm.
Tapos it's multiple people promoting it, so in a way like it's like a club set. So may poster siya live from home, like quarantine sets, and then just click on this link and it goes there. Yeah, and what you were saying about content, what's funny, just I don't know, it's something I wanted to bring up. Like a year ago, I would never like I always thought like making video content wasn't my things, but like after we started lockdown, I just took a month and started to figure out one software on how to make videos, like teasers for a radio show or a set or a song that's coming up, and it's a huge help.
Yeah,
Like just taking the time. Yeah.
because you're a one-man team now. Like,
Yeah.
kunyari,
Agree.
you're an artist or you're a DJ. Of course, you're not generating a lot of income at the moment, and you can't do more expenses. So you can't hire an editor, or you can't
Yes.
hire a videographer or whatnot, or so on and so forth. So you gotta learn all those little things na you got used to from the normal days that meron nagpo-provide nun for you. So kahit dito, like when we do our live sets at home, pati yung lighting, lahat sa amin.
Yeah.
Pati yung audio check, video check, lahat na. But
Yeah.
full prod, ikaw lang mag-isa.
It started off now with just cell phone and regular speakers, and then slowly Patty got a camera, and then because we couldn't order from online because the shipping's not allowed right now. She was like, wow, where I'm not gonna make the lights. So she started looking around the house and she found the Christmas lights, and then put it around the table. But with like the camera moved back, like it looks decent.
Mukha siyang strobe.
Yeah.
Oh, I saw it nga eh. Sabi ko, ayos to yung lighting ni Patty.
Yeah, and then she had like this star that was given to her from one of the brands for posting like a couple years back, and she found it in a box in the house, and she plugged it in, and it was like, oh my god, a star! Where can I put this? So it's like whatever you have at
Yeah,
home,
parang-
make use of it.
Parang back to cavemen tayo na parang whatever we can use, whatever we can see here at home that we can use for work, we're gonna use it to make it better.
Kahit stuffed toys man yan around your DJ gear, just to make it like
Yes.
your own. Like whatever your thing is, just put it there. Be creative, be funny. I don't know, like just be yourself. Tapos another huge thing would be to collaborate, because it's not easy tooting your own horn. Like, hey, watch me tonight. Like some people are blessed and they can do that, but it's even better when you're working with other people. So like let's say I have a stream, and then I have a DJ friend, so I'll go first, and then I'll be like, hey, check them out on this link right after me, they're live.
Yeah.
And then hey, after his set, you can collab with another DJ and send it over to their page. That way it's like cross promotion. It's not
Connecting.
just one
Correct.
person. Yeah.
They did this. Bacardi did this last weekend when you watched the live one with
yeah,
the live.
yeah, I saw that one.
So what they did was parang 3 different countries. I think it was the Philippines, India, and another country. I'm sorry,
Singapore,
I forgot.
Myanmar?
No,
Was it Singapore? No.
Basta another Asian country. Tapos, yun, parang pasa-pasa ng beats. So, that's why the concept was hashtag pass the beat. So, from one artist or DJ, and then to another one, and then hanggang mag-end siya. So, parang 30 minutes each, 3 countries, 15 artists. So,
I think that's
It's a good
cool
one.
kasi
Yeah.
it's 3 countries eh. So you guys are also getting exposure there as well.
yeah,
To the people that
exactly.
are tuning in, di ba?
So, yun yung parang maganda rin with our platforms is that it got broader pa instead of
That's true.
if you think about it, parang it's a good thing because we're not just playing for clubs, venues, or
Yeah.
events anymore. The reach would be way wider pa.
Well, another thing, whenever I talked before about digital transformation, one of the key things that I'm always talking about is the world becomes your market. Kumbaga, it removes the borders, the limitations of who are you playing or selling to or whatever you're doing right now. You can be heard globally because the network is the internet. It's not about the local streaming radio or the mainstream media out there, but it's basically the internet. It's a connection
Yeah.
of lines all throughout the world. So whatever we're doing right now, we don't care how many people are watching, but the idea there is somebody's watching with you. I mean, for you. So you have to be that mentality that whether you're playing for a huge crowd or a small one, you have to be at your best because you'll never know whoever is watching with for you
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't think anybody should feel bad if they got 10 people tuned in or like 100, because like whether it's 10 or 100, like those people are taking an hour
Of
or
their
even 20
time.
minutes of
Of
their
your
day.
time, yes.
Yeah,
To actually watch you.
yeah, so it like instead of being bummed out of the number, like just make it a show for this, like this group of people. Kasi when life goes back to normal, it could affect them in some sort of way. They could want to be a DJ, or they could want to pick up music or start music because of that stream. And or another one is they could want to go see you live in a year or two, like because they saw you do that.
Agree.
Or even just you shot like you gave them a shout out. That was yeah, that can really touch a person. So something like that can really drive a connection, especially.
That's something that's
Yeah.
actually changing on your industry. I mean, like what you mentioned earlier, Mark. These are the things that you don't or you can't really do when you're back there in your normal cage. I mean that house of yours wherein you're playing in the clubs in the crowd because you can't hear them. But right now, since you're playing there at your home, and then you can see all of the reactions, all of
Yeah.
the comments and the side, you can actually acknowledge them and build that solid foundation in terms of fan base,
Yeah.
with your followers. I mean,
Yeah.
on a marketing perspective, Reg. I mean, Reg is actually our marketing for well with our work, but in terms of building that solid connection with your audience, I think we're doing this another live stream, but you see the reactions from those viewers. What can you say about those, Reg?
I mean,
Ah, no, sorry. Go ahead. I was just thinking.
no, because I was also noticing that, syempre, as well as something that we talked about with Chacha the other day, na syempre, you see all the comments talaga eh. And
Yeah.
for DJs nga, diba, like sa club, ang ingay, it's playing, you can't really go near the DJ, you can't really bother, you can't really like disturb them or talk to them, but at least you get to have at least, yun nga, like what Harley said, a stronger fan base. Kumbaga, you're interacting with them through your music, and then you can also talk to them or shout them out live.
Yeah.
It
And-
builds up a relationship talaga eh.
Yeah, and you get to keep a certain connection even if we're
Distant,
apart
yeah.
from each other, diba?
Yes.
Oo.
Yeah, honestly, that's what I find so interesting ngayon. Like, for example, diba, like, dati yung inuman, even though it's not really physical, it's virtual, you still feel the connection through technology.
Yeah.
Yung mga
It makes it
responses
a
or
lot
reactions.
easier.
Yeah.
Like I'm so glad we don't have to only spend a minute making an overseas call to your parents. You know what I mean? Like,
Yes.
kasi it's paid for, or write letters and wait 3 months for a
Oh,
letter to be.
Exactly.
Yeah, like
Iba na yung
like-
gusto mong sabihin eh. I mean, you wrote that letter 3 months ago, and then something new is happening already in your life. And it's no longer relevant to what's happening
Yeah.
now.
exactly. Those times though.
Ano-
I gotta say though,
Hmm.
I really miss playing for an audience. You know what I mean? Like it's still different. Like it's still very, very, very different. But I'm really hoping, like after going online and doing the stream, I really hope it integrates into like the club scene. The downside is we don't know if the venue will have fast enough Wi-Fi to do a stream like that. But I think it would be a waste if after all this is over and we can start going to venues and performing, that we don't make use of social
Yeah,
media.
I'm pretty sure they know the value of these platforms now, especially
Yeah.
in these times.
This is here to
Kaya
stay.
kasi not to use it eh. Kasi diba, for example, you said nga, people can tune in from Davao, from everywhere, and people that don't really go to clubs themselves, like in person.
Yeah.
So we're like a few years from now, once everything mellowed down and people can start going out again, at least those people who have tuned in but don't really physically go to clubs can still tune in and watch you guys play
Yeah.
at an actual club scene.
Yeah.
And we,
Oof,
we, we haven't
crazy,
even
crazy times.
we even haven't talked about the time difference. Uh, for some you have followers wherein, let's say, sabihin na natin they could have already stopped listening or going to the clubs because iba na yung timeline nila eh. I mean, maybe before they're nocturnal and then right now morning person na sila because of age, coping up, diba? I mean, but still, old things or some things doesn't change. So maybe they still like the music, but their body or their current schedules doesn't permit them to go out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Work, family,
Yeah.
kids, you know,
Basically
life.
life. Life is
Really.
exactly. So with that having in mind and having this new platform, I mean, it's a way of later on how do we think of making a living out of it? Because let's face it, and being straightforward, um, what you guys are doing, yes, that's passion all, but at the same time, it's actually a living. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
all of us are
Yeah.
actually making a living out of this. Hindi naman to totally gagawin lang natin for the sake of kasi gusto natin gawin. Pero it's a matter of doing this because so we got
Yeah.
caught because that's already the 30-minute line. So dapat
Yeah.
30 minutes lang tayo. So ang bilis ng oras. Okay, so we'll extend for about 15 minutes. So yun, it's something that we have to talk about. The time, the changing in terms of the life, ang daming magbabago doon. And I think one of the key things that everybody can adapt to, lalo na on the artist side, is having on-demand content. Your own
Yeah.
content. I mean, like you guys, honestly, dati kasi, when we talk about the DJs, ang perspective ng mass is DJs as in radio DJs. The ones
Yeah.
playing the music, tapos nagbabasa ng comments and all, that's the DJ stuff. But with you guys, the technicality of the things that you're doing with music, basically you're creating your own music with all of the instruments, the digital stuff. One of my, I think 11, 12-year-old pamangkin is actually doing some mixes on his own with his tablet. I mean, ganun
Yeah,
kabata.
yeah.
So, it's actually music creation eh. Hindi naman siya yung tipong basta you're just playing your music because you know the crowd loves this. And with that,
Yeah,
you deserve all of the credit for that. Diba? Kumbaga, and later on, it's a matter of how you just deliver it on what platform and of course get paid out of it.
Yeah.
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 It's more than just playing other people's original songs.
Yeah.
I mean, you can do that and still make it your own in your own way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can make originals, or you can creatively mix two songs and blend them in a way
True.
that's just your own. You know, like it becomes your trademark. And like you can get really creative with your stuff. Like Patty started doing live sets back in 2015.
Yeah.
Yeah, in 2015, where she would have a singer, somebody who plays the violins, pyro dancers. She even levitated from the sky as her entrance, like this, kind of like this. She's done that.
Si
Pati, ano ba yan?
yung
HBK?
inspiration ko
Sabi
dun.
na Shawn Michaels eh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So that's
Yeah.
your WrestleMania moment.
Exactly.
yeah, yeah. So it'd be kind of cool to kind of do that online, like do your own thing also, and get really creative. Like another cool thing. I'm so sorry, but like Travis Scott. He's a
Yes.
rapper. He went on Fortnite and did a
Yes.
live set
Same
in the
as Marsh-
game,
Yeah.
and that's
Marshmallow. Yeah. About to say
that's
that.
insane. Yeah, that's so creative. You know what I mean? So
Yes.
whatever you can do that's out of the box to make yourself stand out. It's so inspiring to see. Also,
Yeah, like how how creative you are before, the more na dapat creative ka now
Yeah.
with
Yes.
all the tools that you have.
Agree.
Also, kasi when you're at home, you're very limited, especially for your job, because your job is normally in a public setting, right?
yeah,
But when you feel like you're in a limited space, that's when you really get real creative, diba? Like what
Yeah.
you found the Christmas lights, you set it up, you
yeah.
star, you fix the cap. I mean,
Excited
that's not
lang siya for
something you
Christmas.
normally-
Really. No, but sorry. What how'd you finish?
It's not something you would think of if we weren't in a lockdown, you know.
Yeah,
You-
Yeah.
thinking out of the box talaga.
yeah.
Yeah, I agree. And also like there are people who are learning a lot of new things during this lockdown. Like I have friends who were kind of like they just started a year ago, and they're now monsters with like turntablism stuff. because they've been spending like 3-4 hours a day just practicing.
Kala ko
Like,
cooking
yeah, yeah,
I mean,
grabe.
And some of us parang they're pushed to discover new things when it comes to their music and how they play. So parang they discover new genres that they actually like. They discover new artists na hindi nila narinig before and now narinig nila and pwede sa sets nila. Mga ganon.
Yeah.
I'm
honest,
actually very excited to go back to the club and hear the clubs because for a long time now it's been whatever's on the top 40 list.
Yeah.
But I think when we go back, everyone's got their own set list. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like
Yes.
stuff they built throughout this quarantine period. So it's gonna be really fresh. Like,
Fresh and interesting and exciting. So those are the things we're holding on to talaga.
yeah, looking forward to that. Also, well, yung kanina nga nabanggit natin, no, with those things in mind, being creative. With this lockdown, I think one of the ideas there is binalik tayo sa roots natin eh. I mean,
Yeah.
you're put in a situation wherein all you can rely on is actually yourself. So whatever skill, whatever yung tingin natin, hindi natin we're wasting with time with learning this Photoshop thing or learning this other stuff and all. Pero at this point, nung natutunan mo pala yun, you are more valuable in a situation like a lockdown because you can do
Yeah.
things on your own. You don't need someone to do that for you. So,
Independence.
yes, yes. And that's based on skills. I mean, after this, honestly, I'm seeing a lot of movement in terms of digital marketing,
Yeah.
graphic. Ang dami yung mga sinasabi natin, yung mga nakikita nating post like freelancers for graphics na
Yeah.
they are being underpaid na sobrang tingin kasi sa kanila ang baba ng craft. I mean, mostly with artists, ganun kasi yung tingin.
Yeah.
Let's be realistic and
Yeah.
frank about it. Pero at this point, you're in a lockdown, you don't have print ads, the media is actually social media. It makes more sense to create graphics that you can share online because you reuse it. And then
Yeah.
your audience is in their phones. Dun sila
Yeah.
nakatingin eh. They don't even turn on the TV right now because channel 2 is down. I mean,
Yep.
Yeah.
nabawasan yung choices eh. So what's their...
Nothing's airing. Nothing is airing na up to
Oh.
date. Everything's reruns.
Replays,
Yeah,
yeah,
reruns.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
yun yung ano eh. I mean, those are the things that we will all learn in a lockdown, and it's good. I mean, having this show and on a timely basis talking to different people from different industries is actually a good way of learning. I mean, for us, for you guys, we learn how your industry is doing right now.
Yeah.
For the people watching, and again, like what we mentioned kanina, we don't care if we have a lot of listeners right now or what tuning in because the content is going to be on demand available. So
Yeah.
after this episode, it's on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and then we have the YouTube channel for the video content after this. So what I think for tonight to wrap things up,
Yeah.
the new DJ for this setup after all this lockdown. How are you guys looking at it? The new DJ.
Nabulol na ako. The new DJ would be more creative.
Yeah.
Would be more grateful, thankful,
Yeah.
patient.
Patient. Yeah. I think the new DJ is going to be just adding on to what she said, more creative. I think more original. And we're gonna see a shift. I always talk to Patty about this, that our industry is going to reset,
Yes.
and yeah, I think this is it. I think this is the reset, and it's so inspiring to see a lot of people streaming online, and I really see it merging online and live. I really
Yeah.
see it merging. That's gonna be the new DJ.
Yeah, and best believe the great ones, the really great good DJs will shine and rise.
It's true.
Yeah.
Reg, about you?
I mean, I actually, I completely agree with what Mark and Patty said. Definitely the new DJ after we come out of this pandemic, after we have a vaccine and when people start to normalize and start going out and stuff, definitely digital is going to be something that you guys will never forget already, or the industry will not take for granted anymore. I mean, it's going to merge eventually, and that's how I also see it going.
Yeah.
For
How
me,
about you, Harley?
for me, number one, what ako sabihin kanina, with this lockdown happening, time is given back to us. I mean, imagine 4 hours, 6 hours of time because of traffic is being consumed way before. And right now we're
Yeah.
back.
Yeah.
We're back with the full 24 hours of our lives. So I think with the creativity portion, it's been there naman ever since eh. Pero the only challenge here is time. Yun yung lagi nating dahilan. Wala kaming oras. We don't have time to do that, to explore this and that. Right now, we have that. And as for the new DJ, kanina nga sinabi ninyo, creating your own new content. So after this lockdown, you will go out of that door and you will be your head held up high, and then I have this whole new content brand in me that I want to share to everyone. Okay, that's one.
Yeah.
Number two, all about collaboration. So tama yung ginagawa,
Yeah,
I mean,
I
with that,
agree.
the collaboration stuff. Patty mentioned this with the previous show, collaborating with brands, collaborating with other artists. When we say collaborating, basically it's just helping each other out.
Yeah, even if it's like let's say you're an artist and you don't let's say you're a DJ and you don't know how to make graphics, collab with a graphics artist
Correct.
and then
Yeah.
send him some original music for his other contents. If
Yeah.
you know, like trade off
Exactly.
material, so you're both benefiting each other also. Yeah,
Exactly.
I completely agree.
And like with this one, I think we are producing this type of show. I mean, this is not something that you need a lot of money in terms of production. What you need is actually the tools. The tools are already there. And something that we are sabihin na natin taken for granted is actually the skills of the artists, graphic artists, you guys, the music creators and all. Because all of these little materials, when joined together, you blend it and you create something bigger you can
Yeah.
share. So like this
Yeah.
one, I mean, whatever stuff, whatever content you have, and then you have this broadcast already, and then a graphic artist join together, mix it up,
Yeah.
then show it, share it. And lastly, like what Patty said earlier, yun nga, the new DJ talent will definitely come out. This is not just only for the DJ, no. I mean, ang laking factor nito and being straightforward like what this show is all about. I firmly believe with the 90-10 rule. Okay, there are actually a lot of whatever that's actually famous because of marketing.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's because
Yeah.
90% of it is marketing, 10% talent.
Mhm.
I've heard that with a lot. Not on a specific industry, but with different industries across, because they know how to market themselves, not really on what they do, but just to the packaging, the branding, and all. Pero yung pinaka-talent on that industry na gusto niyang sabihin, it's something na hindi naman ganun compared to someone na talagang talented and yet wala lang marketing side of things.
Yeah.
And with this lockdown,
At-
we're lacking all of the resources, so it's a plain playing field.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even na lahat. Everyone's the
Not
same.
as,
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's for tonight. Well, we went overtime. Okay, for about 15 minutes. But thank you, Mark and Patty.
Thank you, guys.
Like what we told you earlier about the music stuff let's discuss it off air sometime. But for tonight, thank you very much for you guys guessing on the show.
Thank you guys for
Thank
having
you.
us.
For
It was
those
nice
who tune
seeing
in,
you, Patty. It's nice meeting you, Mark.
for
Yeah.
those
Nice to
Meet.
meet you.
yeah, for those who tune in, well, thank you guys for listening. For those who don't, well, it's going to be available on Spotify, podcast, and Apple Podcasts afterwards. The video live stream is going to be available also on YouTube, on our YouTube channel. It's the new UPH. We're launching the website soon, so we're just
Nice.
preparing some. This is going to be the last show for this week, but for next week we have the cast and the director of Ang Huling Albimbo, the theater
Wow.
play. So they're here to discuss about the new theater. Okay, so how they're looking at the new theater, and we also have I think Jayan Aldanese talking about the new runway. She's a runway model. So check us out.
Wow.
Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Spotify, whatever social media there is, the new UPH there. Once again, thank you and good night, Patty, Mark.
Thank
you guys, Reg. Thank you.
See you guys again soon.
You
Thank
too.
you.
Guys, soon.
Bye bye.